Children, today we will be studying simple permanent tissues. This is a topic of class 9, chapter 6, tissues. Beta, in this we are going to study about the permanent tissue definition, then the characteristics of permanent tissue, types of permanent tissues, and also about protective tissues and stomata. Permanent tissues. Beta, the permanent tissues are formed from cells of meristematic tissues when they lose the ability to divide. And this process of maturation of meristematic tissues is known as differentiation. Characteristics of permanent tissues. The cells of these tissues are well developed and of proper shape. These tissues have no power to divide. The cell wall of the cells of permanent tissues are comparatively thick. The nucleus is large in size. Vacuoles are now present. In meristematic tissues, you have read that vacuoles are not present because they are newly formed cells. But in permanent tissues, the vacuoles are present. Intercellular spaces also may be present. The cells are living or dead. The permanent tissues are of two types, simple permanent tissues and complex permanent tissues. In this session, we will study about the simple permanent tissues. Simple permanent tissues are of three types, parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. Parenchyma. Parenchyma is the basic packing tissue. It is present in pith of stem, roots, and also in mesophyll cells. These cells are living cells and they have a thin cell wall. They are loosely packed cells. They have large intercellular spaces. The function of parenchyma is food storage. When parenchymatous cells are present in stems and roots, they store nutrients and water. In this diagram, you can see vacuoles, you can see intercellular spaces. In this diagram, you can see the parenchyma. This is parenchyma, this is parenchyma. So very easily we can understand from this that they are packing tissue. Chlorenchyma, and this is parenchyma. Those parenchymatous cells which have chlorophyll in them, they are called chlorenchyma. Those parenchymatous cells which have air spaces between them, large air cavities between them, they are called parenchyma. Chlorenchyma does the function of photosynthesis. Parenchyma gives buoyancy to the aquatic plants. Collenchyma, another type of permanent tissue. Collenchyma are found in leaf stalks and below the epidermis and leaf midribs. The cells are living, elongated, and they have irregular thickening at the corners. They have very little intercellular space. The function is very peculiar. They provide support and elasticity, and they also allow the stems to bend without breaking. The irregular thickening over here and vacuoles, large vacuoles, and you can also observe that the intercellular spaces are not there. Sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma cells are dead cells. They are present in the stems. They are present around the vascular bundles. They are present in the veins of leaves, and they are present in the hard coverings of seeds and nuts. The cells are dead. They are long and narrow. They have a thickening of lignin, due to which they become hard. No intercellular spaces are present in between these cells. It is a chief mechanical tissue which makes the plant hard and stiff. It is present in husk of coconut. It forms a protective covering around the seeds and nuts. It gives rigidity, flexibility, and elasticity to plant body. In the diagram, you can see that the thickening is all around the cell of lignin. And because of that, here this lumen, it becomes small in size. Here is the husk of the coconut, the covering of the seeds and nuts. Protective tissues. Protective tissues are divided into two categories, that is epidermis and cork. It provides protection to the plant from excessive water loss. Epidermis is the outermost layer of the plants, which is a single layer of cells. It has flat cells with no intercellular spaces. In leaves, they bear stomata. Epidermal cells of roots bear hair-like growth known as root hairs. In the aerial parts of the epidermis, there is a waxy coating known as cutin. It protects from water loss, mechanical injuries, attack by microbes, and the desert plants have got a thick waxy coating. And due to thick waxy coating of cutin, the excessive water loss is prevented in the desert plants. Cork. Cork is a strip of secondary meristem which replace the epidermis. There are no intercellular space. These are dead cells and they are covered with suberin. The cork cells are impervious to gas and water. Stomata is composed of two kidney-shaped cells. This is the stomata. And these kidney-shaped cells, they are called guard cells. Stomata is responsible for exchange of gases and the process of transpiration. That is loss of water. Structure of stomata. It is made of two guard cells which are surrounded by the epidermal cells. The inner cell wall of the guard cell is thick, while the outer cell wall of the guard cell is thin. When there is more water in the guard cells, the stomata opens. When there is less water in the guard cells, the stomata, it closes. This completes today's session. I hope you must have understood all the topics which are discussed today.